Welcome back friends. With one of the interesting topics in Python is dictionary. So what is dictionary? Dictionary is a mutable and is another container type that can store any number of Python objects including other container types. Like in previous we studied about list, we studied about tuples. In list we can store the data in mutable form, like we can change it, and all these what are the features of list I've explained in detail in my previous video, and what is tuples I've explained that too. So it is another mutable, but here it's more attractive feature we are having in dictionary data structure. It's allow us, it's just like we are having a dictionary at our homes, and whenever we want to search the data, so or the words, we just need to type it and we get the result in regard of that. So Python dictionary are also known as associative array or hash table. So one thing more, it's good for our quiz exam as well, that Python dictionary are also known as associative array or hash table. So here how we are initializing that, it's within a that quotation, and it's separated with a semicolon or separated by a comma. Each key is separated from a value by colon, as I mentioned you before, and it's separated by a comma. And the whole thing is enclosed in curly braces. Like in tuples we use square brackets, or in list we use in tuples we use the round brackets, and in list we use the square brackets. Here we will use curly braces. Okay, an empty dictionary without any item is written within just two brackets or braces. We just, if I want to initialize something empty, so I need to write like that. Okay, key are unique with a dictionary while value may not be. Okay, so key can be unique. You can write any unique key, but value is not unique. You have to write any value regarding it. The value of dictionary can be of any type, that can be of any type. You can write integer, float, or any value which you want to store, or any string, but the key must be of immutable data type. Okay, so that can, if you initializing any key, so that will be immutable, means that it can't be changed. Regarding that value, you can change that. So let's proceed further. To access dictionary element, you can use the familiar square brackets as mentioned before, like name, Zara, age, 7, class first. Now you can just write the print statement, and the print statement you need to mention the dictionary, it's the variable, and which we initialize, then print age. One by one you can initialize, and it's work on the basis of key, it's not working on the basis of index. One thing more important is that if you use the loop, sometimes you get confused that answer is not in the sequence which you initialize. Why? Because here we are using getting the value in form of index. It's not taking in the form of index, it's taking in the form of key. So updating dictionary, these are the feature of dictionary which will get in the form of practical implementation. So let's proceed further. This is the another example. This is the keyword which you can use to clear the values from the dictionary. Another properties of dictionary. What are the properties? Dictionary values have no restriction. Here we are not having any restriction. They can be any arbitrary Python object, either standard object or user defined. Okay, so what are that can be standard, the proper one, like we can use any keyword, or user defined, we can define by our own self as well. Same is not true for the keys. There are two important points: more than one key per key not allowed. You can use one key at a time within a single braces. Okay, like within that name I can't use the age. Okay, so for age I have to use this comma. Another, this is the example which we studied, and key must be immutable. Okay, key must be immutable. Like if you are using name, so name is immutable, you can't change name. You can change the Zara, but you can't change that name. Okay, these are the built-in features which we will study in detail. This is compares element, dictionary 1 and dictionary 2. If you want to compare, if you want to check the length, if you want to check whether it produce a printable string print for dictionary, and this is the type of the use, and this is the key, and these are all the built-in basically dictionary method which we will study in detail. And let's have a look at chapter. Okay friends, as I promised you, I will explain each and everything from the dictionary and using the book. So here we are. So what is the purpose of using slides to explain you more clearly? Because we know that in chapter we don't have accurate definition, but I want you to be very precise and very aware about the what are the dictionary. So I decided that it is better to use slides to explain you. After that we will have a glance at book. So dictionary, as I mentioned you, that it's like in list we are creating, this is the procedure of creating the data in list, and you just need to print that. Okay, and lists are good when you are putting together simple series of things. When we are putting simple series of things, that's good. Task to do, some ingredients, some about talking about some cities, that's good. But sometimes you want to put together something, but when we have, this is the important one, okay? When we have to put together something, that gets more complicated, like first name, last name, address, city, province, country, and postal code. And it's not for the one student, or it's not for the one supermarket, it is for the whole. So in that situation, what is the better way to use is dictionary. When you are working with customers information, you want to able to pick something out of the series by asking what the customer province. So what to do. So with that province, with that key we can assign that value. Okay, so that is all. Okay, let's talk about chapter 26 as well, because it covers the same thing. uh, in last chapter you learn about dictionary in series paired keys. Now here we will have practical implementation. In this chapter they are saying they have initialized the variable, and regarding that variable, as the we are having dictionary in curly braces, so we use curly braces, and it is the first name, the key, this is the key. Okay, and regarding that key we are initializing the value last name, then alias and address, and we can initialize the province as well. Okay, here they are using the similar example. The series includes in brackets, but in list brackets are the square brackets. Okay, in that we use square brackets, and in table we use the round brackets. The difference in list, each chunk is one thing, that in dictionary each chunk is paired key and value. Here we are having a paired key and value. Okay, you can see email, texting call, then first name is David, last name is Elliot, address is this. Okay, so with that paired key we are having a value in dictionary. Notice also that variable name is singular, not plural. Okay, variable name is singular. Always keep it in mind. I told you in earlier chapter you'd normally want to make list name plural, because you wouldn't say here's a list of holiday. Okay, holiday, it's singular because holiday is done, okay, in a week. Here's all my pets, not pets, okay, pets. But in dictionary often feel to keep singular. Okay, that's better to use singular, like first name is singular, last name is singular, address is singular. Now what else? Now let's end up chapter 26 and chapter 27. How to pick information out of them. Okay, so how can we the pick? Okay, we just need to, once we have initialized our variable and we know that how can we use the dictionaries. The purpose of dictionary is to store information that you can later lay your hands. Okay, so like city to check, cities. Initially we have initialized in a list cities, so just you need, you are calling the index, and that is the way, and you are printing the address at the last. Okay, so till chapter number 27, that's enough, and let's have a look at practical implementation. Okay friends, let's make a new file. let it be looked at. Okay, rename it. Okay. So what is how we are going to start it? First is the format of dictionary. Okay, dictionary. Okay, format of dictionaries. Okay, so I'm going to commit it. First is you need to initialize dictionary, and with that is the curly braces, and within curly braces you are having a key, and in opposition of that key you will have a value and then colon. Okay, then another key, comma, and value. That is the basic structure. If you're having a string over there, so you can use that quotation marks as well. Okay, so this is basically the way how can we, this is the format, and let's have a look at practical implementation. Okay, and data equals to curly braces, name is a string, so it's in quotation mark. What name I'm going to give is, okay, I'm going to give a name of my channel, explore it, and after that comma separator, it's source, its source is YouTube. Okay, and furthermore what I want to add in that is, okay, its age, it's new channel, so its age is few months by the way now. Okay, 2 months. Okay, let's run whether it's right or wrong. It's executed. Okay, let's check the length of data. It's 3. Why? Because name is the one element till explored, then source is another one, and age is another one. Okay, now what else we are going to learn is adding new member in dictionary, right? So how we can add new member in dictionary? You just need to mention the data type. Okay, after that, this is the basically variable which I initialize. Okay, data, and what I'm going to store in the data is email equals to explore it at the rate gmail.com. Okay, so let's run. There isn't any error. Okay, now I'm going to check the data. Let's execute the data and what is the output. See, name, source, age, and email is added in my dictionary. Okay, and you can check the length as well. It's 4. So till here is for adding and how we can initialize dictionary, and let's proceed further.